National sovereignty is traditionally grounded in a government's control over its territory, population, and institutions. Among these, economic sovereignty, marked by control over monetary policy and fiscal regulation, has been a cornerstone of state power. However, the advent of cryptocurrencies, a decentralized and borderless form of digital currency, is challenging the traditional frameworks of national sovereignty in unprecedented ways. Before we get started, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others operate on blockchain technology, which eliminates the need for centralized intermediaries like banks or governments. This decentralization not only facilitates financial transactions across borders, but also diminishes the state's monopoly over currency issuance and regulation. While cryptocurrencies promise economic innovation and financial inclusivity, they simultaneously pose profound challenges to state authority, regulatory control, and the existing global financial order. Redefining monetary sovereignty. One of the most significant impacts of cryptocurrencies is their challenge to monetary sovereignty. Historically, governments have exercised exclusive control over currency issuance and regulation through central banks. This control allows states to manage inflation, influence economic growth, and stabilize financial markets. Cryptocurrencies undermine this monopoly by offering an alternative, privately issued form of money. Bitcoin, for example, is capped at 21 million coins, operating outside the inflationary mechanisms of traditional fiat currencies. This fixed supply has led some to label Bitcoin as digital gold, an asset resistant to government manipulation. As citizens and businesses increasingly adopt cryptocurrencies, the state's ability to influence monetary policy diminishes. Central banks may find it harder to implement measures like quantitative easing or interest rate adjustments when a parallel, unregulated monetary system exists. Additionally, the global and borderless nature of cryptocurrencies challenges governments' ability to control capital flows. Cryptocurrencies enable individuals and corporations to transfer wealth across borders without the oversight of central authorities, bypassing exchange rate controls, taxes, and regulatory scrutiny. This erosion of control can destabilize economies, particularly in countries with fragile financial systems or significant reliance on capital controls. Implications for taxation and public finance. Taxation is another critical area where cryptocurrencies challenge national sovereignty. Governments rely on taxes to fund public services and infrastructure, with income, corporate, and sales taxes forming the backbone of public finance. Cryptocurrencies, however, complicate tax enforcement by enabling anonymous transactions and reducing transparency in financial activities. Privacy-focused cryptocurrencies like Monero and Zcash are particularly concerning for governments. These currencies use advanced cryptographic techniques to obscure transaction details, making it difficult for authorities to trace financial activities. Tax evasion, money laundering, and illicit trade become easier in such an ecosystem, depriving governments of crucial revenue streams. Moreover, the rise of decentralized finance, DeFi, platforms exacerbates these challenges. DeFi applications, built on blockchain technology, provide users with access to financial services such as lending, borrowing, and trading without intermediaries. These platforms often operate outside regulatory frameworks, further eroding government oversight of financial activities. To counteract these trends, governments are exploring strategies such as blockchain analytics tools and mandatory reporting requirements for cryptocurrency exchanges. However, the decentralized and global nature of cryptocurrencies makes comprehensive enforcement challenging, particularly when transactions occur on peer-to-peer networks. Erosion of political power. The rise of cryptocurrencies has political implications that extend beyond economics. By decentralizing financial power, cryptocurrencies challenge the traditional relationship between citizens and the state. Historically, governments have leveraged their control over financial systems to maintain order and enforce policies. Cryptocurrencies disrupt this dynamic by empowering individuals with greater financial autonomy. In authoritarian regimes, cryptocurrencies offer citizens a means to circumvent state-imposed financial restrictions. For example, Activists and dissidents in countries with oppressive regimes have used cryptocurrencies to fund movements, bypassing government controls on banking and finance. While this promotes individual freedom and democracy, it also undermines state authority, particularly in governments reliant on financial control to maintain power. In democratic societies, the political implications of cryptocurrencies are more nuanced. On one hand, they offer opportunities for financial innovation and inclusivity, empowering marginalized communities. On the other hand, they complicate regulatory efforts aimed at protecting consumers and maintaining economic stability. Balancing innovation with regulation becomes a critical challenge for governments seeking to preserve their sovereignty. Central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, a sovereign response. To reclaim control over monetary systems, many governments are exploring the development of central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. These are digital versions of fiat currencies issued and regulated by central banks. Unlike decentralized cryptocurrencies, CBDCs operate within existing financial frameworks, allowing governments to retain control over monetary policy and financial oversight. CBDCs offer several advantages for governments. They provide a digital alternative to cash, enabling more efficient transactions and greater financial inclusion. Additionally, they enhance the transparency of financial activities, aiding in tax collection and reducing fraud. By integrating CBDCs with existing financial systems, governments can compete with cryptocurrencies while preserving their monetary sovereignty. However, the adoption of CBDCs is not without challenges. Critics argue that CBDCs could exacerbate surveillance and reduce financial privacy, as governments gain unprecedented insight into citizens' financial activities. Balancing the benefits of CBDCs with concerns about privacy and individual freedoms will be crucial for their successful implementation. Geopolitical ramifications. Cryptocurrencies also have significant geopolitical implications. They challenge the dominance of established global financial systems, such as the US dollar, which has long been the world's primary reserve currency. Cryptocurrencies provide countries with an alternative to dollar-based trade and finance, reducing their dependence on the US financial system. For example, countries under economic sanctions, such as Iran and Venezuela, have explored the use of cryptocurrencies to bypass restrictions and access global markets. This undermines the effectiveness of sanctions as a tool of international diplomacy, weakening the leverage of powerful nations like the United States. Furthermore, the rise of cryptocurrencies has intensified the global competition for technological and financial leadership. Countries such as China have taken proactive steps to regulate and develop blockchain technology, including the launch of their CBDC, the digital yuan. These efforts aim to position China as a leader in the emerging digital economy, challenging the dominance of Western financial institutions. Future prospects. The relationship between cryptocurrencies and national sovereignty is still evolving. While cryptocurrencies pose challenges to state authority, they also offer opportunities for innovation and economic growth. Governments must navigate this complex landscape by adopting balanced policies that promote innovation while safeguarding sovereignty. Regulation will play a key role in shaping the future of cryptocurrencies. Governments must establish clear and consistent regulatory frameworks that address issues such as taxation, consumer protection, and financial stability. International cooperation will also be essential to combat cross-border challenges such as money laundering and tax evasion. At the same time, governments must invest in digital infrastructure and education to prepare for the digital economy. By embracing blockchain technology and exploring initiatives like CBDCs, states can harness the potential of cryptocurrencies while retaining their sovereign powers. The rise of cryptocurrencies represents both a challenge and an opportunity for national sovereignty. On one hand, cryptocurrencies disrupt traditional economic and political systems, eroding state control over monetary policy, taxation, and financial oversight. On the other hand, they offer avenues for innovation, inclusivity, and empowerment in the global economy. As governments grapple with the implications of cryptocurrencies, they must strike a delicate balance between regulation and innovation. The future of national sovereignty in the age of cryptocurrencies will depend on the ability of states to adapt to this transformative technology while preserving the principles of governance, stability, and equity. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thanks for watching.